Hi everyone, this is Darren Lester with Madcap Toys, and I'd like to welcome you to another video of our toy experience and our true toy, if I can speak today, review. Today we're going to be talking about a toy from the Kenner's line, the 1990s, 1991 to be exact. We would like to first off say hi to my nephew Brandon and probably to my brother Barry. And I'd like to encourage them to not only watch the videos, but subscribe to the video and spread the word about Madcap Toys. It helps us out with subscribes, likes, and shares. And that would I would encourage each and every one of you to do that as well. We are going to be talking about a line that was one of my favorites during my mid to later days as a teen. During the 1990s, 1991 to be exact, I was out in college, Export, Pennsylvania, working at the seminary. And then I come back and got married. So I was not a kid, but I started working for a company called, oh my goodness, Circus World, which later on got bought out by KB. So I was literally stocking these toys up on shelves as a kid or a young man. And today, I have a toy, one of the original Terminator vehicles that is still mint in box. This item, actually, I have tried to make a video before, but the video became and was very lousy because of the lighting. Right now, we're living in a place we call the House of Darkness because it's very dark and we don't have very much ambient light. We're working to get a good studio. If you look at this toy here, right here, and then I'll go into some details, so be patient with me. This toy originally sold for $11, and I believe it was 97 cents at Walmart. Okay. Now, at KB, it probably sold for $12 to $13, or Circus World, about the same thing at the time, because they were, as you know, many of you who are familiar with them and the history of them, they were in the malls. And I worked at the mall in Bloomington, Indiana. I was later transferred to Columbus, Indiana, at one of the malls up there, and I worked as an assistant manager for a couple years. But the toy line here was originally manufactured and produced by Kenner. They had a movie license with the company that produced the Terminator movies. This here is a toy from the T2 series, or Terminator 2, where the T1000 went up against the T800, the older model starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, I myself don't recall this vehicle ever being used in the movie. I could be wrong, but I don't recall it. But I think this was just an approximation of a video of a vehicle that they wanted to show him shooting a huge missile out at some supposed enemy. Now, this vehicle came without any action figures included. It was produced in 1991, and this was when Kenner was basically independent, I believe, still of Hasbro. And you can tell because Kenner produced basically cheaper models of vehicles and toys. And I personally feel like we've lost something since Kenner has lost its independence, because we no longer have these Star Wars productions going on like we once did. Now they're, better as far as characteristic details and figure approximations and all this. And you've got the dark series or the black series, you've got the vintage series, you've got, oh God, how many series do you need of Star Wars before we've got them all? But we've got all kinds of series. I feel like a lot of toys today are basically just mass produced to milk every dollar out of the collector instead of being purchased and were made to be purchased by children. And it makes it difficult because the same car that costs $11.97 to produce would today probably cost what, guys? $25, $29, $35 to produce, and basically it's not to produce, but for you or I to buy it for ourselves for a collection or kids. Now, guys, I'm not going to open this product up because it is still mint sealed in box. And many of you know that myself, I believe that is, and our company believes that is basically a sacrilegious thing to do, because I don't need to open a product up that gives you an approximation of what the toy is and what the toy can do, when basically, most of you guys don't care about what it all can do. Some of you guys, I had one guy say, hey, show us some more about the toy, show us what it can do, what's going on with the toy. Well, here's the thing, guys. I'm not going to open up a new box, take something vintage, mint package, or MIB or NIP or whatever the case may be with various products to show people something so they can say, hey, I'm having a unveiling, a toy opening show, opening a box. I'm not doing it because we would lose value. And by the way, from all you collectors, the guys on eBay that sell like we do, and then we have a toy store called madcaptoys.com, and we don't currently have our storefront up and open like we did, but at madcaptoys.com you can get many of these products there. They're mint, sealed, and boxed. But for you sellers out there that put something as MIB, MOC, NIP, or whatever the case is, abbreviation you want to put out there, please keep the item that truly is mint, sealed, and boxed. Don't claim it's something and take it out and open the baggies and then try to sell something that's worth whatever for whatever the price is you're saying it's worth. It's not. This is mint sealed, guys. So if you purchase this off of me, this is what you will get. And it will be not opened. It will be sealed as it is today. Okay? It's cool. I love it. Let's turn this over here. Trying to show you something. Now my camera's not the best. Many of you know that. And we are working on many, many little details on this. But I appreciate you guys' time and effort to take a peek at this video. We'd ask that you share this video with as many people as you can, spread the word. But this is basically known as the Terminator 2 assault vehicle. I'm sorry. And this was along the lines of what I call the original Terminator line. We had the Terminator video, we had the T2 video basically, where you had T1000 versus the T800, the older, more antiquated model. Then you had basically T3 coming down, where you had sort of like almost, I want to say, a reboot of the series, and then they've played with it since then. But our discussion today is, I would like to know what you think of the Kenner products, the early 90s Kenner products, before Hasbro basically come in there and started monopolizing this toys genre, and started doing different things with the Kenner lines, and eventually they closed the Kenner product line. But did you have this kind of toy? Did you play with these kind of toys? Did you set these up in your own little personal collection? What was your thoughts about the Kenner toys of yesteryear compared to some of the Kenner toys of today? I would like to encourage you again. Feel free to hit that bell and follow us. Feel free to like this video and give us a comment. We'd appreciate your comments. Would you like to see other toys? Would you like to see hordes that we purchase at Madcap Toys? What would you like us to discuss or talk about? Also, tell me some of your thoughts about the current trends of the toy industry and what you would like us to discuss in that sector. All right, guys, I would like to encourage you again, subscribe to us, click, and follow along. Thank you, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.